had our surgery, been recovering about a day or so in the hospital, or even at home. Your muscles are going to be stiff and sore. Just remember to keep exercising. Move what you can as best you can. You're going to feel silly, but that's just the way it is. The next day after surgery, usually they try to get you at the hospital. They will try to make you walk like the next day after surgery, usually, and they'll usually have a walker or something like that. It depends on the department. Michael was real surprised. They had one walker that he had kept picking it up in order to move forward, and then they eventually gave him one that was very similar to the one I have, which is wheels. And he says it worked a whole lot better for him. If you're going to be staying at the hospital, you might want to consider having someone stay with you. They can get you set up, get your person, whoever's going to stay with you, they can get them set up with a sort of a bed. It's usually a chair that folds out into a bed. Sometimes it is a bed. One time I stayed with Michael and it was a roll-out bed. This last time we ended up with about 2 or 3 different kinds of chairs that, you could recline in them to it was a bed. It just folded into a bed. But they moved him around a lot in the hospital, so that's the reason why it's so many different beds or chairs or whatever. I mentioned it before, but it's because those alarms, it's the hospital where Michael was staying, it was a white strip that was about this long, and they put it right underneath the mattress or underneath the person who's on the mattress, and he said even when he went to roll over, they set off the stupid alarm, and it made him crazy. And they had one on the chair, and I remember my mom complaining because she couldn't even get up out of the chair. She got tired of sitting in the chair and wanted to go sit back on the bed, and she couldn't even do that much because it'll set off an alarm on her. But my mother's one who wants her independence, so she didn't want anybody staying with her. But with Michael, he knew that he was better off having someone stay with him. And as one nurse said, or one doctor put it, it's been proven that patients get better care when they have somebody stay with them, and they're a little on the annoying side. So just a FYI. If you brought your own toiletries, for stuff to take showers with, take advantage of it. As soon as you feel up to doing it, usually right after any form of surgery, what they'll do is they'll have you sit in a chair and somebody will give you like a sponge bath type of thing. Even that would make you feel much better. If you can go into the shower. I think Michael was at the hospital for a couple of weeks before they let him go into the shower, but he found out he felt a whole lot better just to get the gunk off of you. I don't know what it is about showers, but it sure makes you feel a whole lot better once you get them. Now that you're all cleaned up, washed, that would be a good time to get your own pajamas put on. It kind of makes you feel a little more at home, relaxed, like this is my space that I'm sitting in right now. So you put on your own pajamas and make you feel more comfortable, and you don't feel like everybody can see what's going on behind you, whether or not you want them to. Like I said, I think it's better to have, especially after any form of surgery, is to have like pants and a button-down front top, just because it's easier. Your muscles are not going to be up to all that moving as very much when you first wake up. And if you have your own pillow, bring it. And because their pillows are those disposable ones, it's just like a paper fabric with cotton inside. They're not very good, and 2 or 3 is about what you need to be comfortable with. you're just more comfortable to have your own pillow, and if you can, have your own blanket. I didn't make a note on this one, but one thought, especially with Jen, you just got puppies. I don't know what they'll say, but you could ask the hospital if you can bring your pet with in there. And when I say pet, I'm talking more like a dog. Lopez is a service dog in training, so I can pretty much take him anywhere, and every now and then Michael would fuss to see the dog, so I would bring him in, but then after a while he got to the point where he wanted to see his dog. Jack is not a service dog, and I didn't know if that would be okay or not, so I went down and talked to security, and I talked to the nurses, and talked to quite a few people, and because I was told that people were bringing in their own dogs that are pets, and I'm like, really? And come to find out, yeah, that was true. You could bring in your own dog, but everybody paying attention here. I hope y'all listening. Make sure your buddy is bathed, clean, and well behaved. Cannot have a dog going in there who's racing everywhere, barking at people, biting people, peeing in the hallway or wherever they want to pee, or pooping. You got to have a well behaved animal. If you're going to bring one, make sure it is under control. If it cannot be under control, don't waste everybody's time and energy, and they will make you leave with that dog, even if it is a service dog. It will be forced. You would be forced to leave with the animal. So, just so you know, make sure it's well behaved. With that in mind, I was very nervous about bringing Jack, because Jack has not had any form of training in that respect, so I wasn't sure what was going to happen at all. And granted, he pulled a lot on the leash, but on the most part, he was really well behaved. And I brought him to my son, and my son could see a big difference in their behaviors, because Jack, once we were in the room, Jack was like all over the room, but Lopez was very well behaved. He just found himself a corner, he laid down. People could come and go without a problem, or with Jack, if somebody came in the room, he'd run right up to the door and want to visit with them. So it was a challenge to make him behave himself, but we got through it. So if you do have one, make sure you follow all the rules if you have one. Just, on the most part, just try to relax. Find plenty of stuff to keep you occupied where you don't have to move around a lot. Like your computer, a book, writing, arts and crafts, something just to keep your mind occupied while you're having to recruit. And just something that you can put down. It's not like you have to keep going working on it, because you're going to get groggy a lot and you're going to sleep a lot. And I'm the type of person where I have to have something to do with my hands all the time. So good luck, and I hope this helped.